Hi YouTube friends, my name is Wendy and welcome to my craft room. First of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all who watched my video, subscribed, liked, commented. It's some really nice comments from fellow YouTubers, more experienced YouTubers. They were all very supportive, which is, kind of why I wanted to do this. It's like to share the love of crafting, a mutual respect. Although our family members are supportive, they just don't get it as much as we do, But anyway, so I was blown away by the support and very appreciative. So thank you once again. I'm just going to keep track of my notes here. Okay, so today is the second video. It's September 15th, 2025. I'm not sure how often I'm going to do a video yet. I have to learn a lot. I want to learn how to edit. I want to learn how to add comment or add in the description box, things like that I didn't do for my first one that I want to do. Also, I suffer from Meniere's disease, which is basically a combination of an inner ear problem, and it results in tinnitus, hearing loss, and the worst of all the issues is vertigo. And my vertigo can last anywhere from 5 minutes to 5 hours. It can have me in bed all day. So the last couple weeks has been really a struggle. When I am suffering from it, I get a lot of dizzy spells, nausea, exhaustion. I can't craft. I can't look down. So it really was a struggle the last couple weeks. But anyway, it's getting better. So I thought I'd come on today. I wanted to wait until I got my doll finished because I wanted to show that, and then I want to get it in the mail because I don't know if you remember, but the organization Feel Better Friends is for children that are going through health issues, varying issues. Anyway, you make a doll for them that's sort of in their likeness or, has a similar issues. I'll just leave it at that. Oh, and I almost forgot, what am I wearing? This is my Salty Air tee. The pattern is by Samantha Guerin. I neglected to say the yarn that I used last time. It was Holst Garn Coast in the colorway Kingfisher. I did block it and it grew a little bit, so I have a lot of practice when it comes to gauging, how much things are going to grow. So it's a little loose, but it's still comfortable. I like it. It's very pretty. Anyway, it's very nice, and I'll try and link the pattern and the yarn and where I bought the yarn, the store, in a small store in Kingsville, Ontario called Shall We Knit? Yeah. I'll link all that information below. Okay, since the last video I did do two things that I've since gifted. One was a pen, a beaded pen, and the other was a beaded stylus. And I beaded them both with Beetlejuice colors. Very cute, and they were loved. What I have to share today, I have 5 finished objects, 2 whips, and some haul. So let's get started. And some plans. Okay, my first finished object is my Feel Better Friends doll. The little girl is battling cancer, and her favorite colors are blue and yellow, so I did her dress. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, there we go, that's better. I did her dress in blue and yellow, and I did her socks in yellow and her shoes in blue. She has a freckle above her lip, so I put a freckle there. She has a pick line So this was the bandage holding the PICC line, and I used a stitch marker and a just a ponytail holder to represent the PICC line, and hopefully one day she can remove that when she no longer needs it. I'll pray for that. And oh my goodness, I had such a fail with this doll at first. I sewed her head on backwards, so I had to take that off. Then the first wig I did, I wanted to give her some curls because her wig has some nice curls in it. So I was working on this. I had lots of curls. I was tightening it down, but this thing was so heavy. I couldn't get it to stay on the doll. So I had to scratch that idea and start over. So I just went with the straight hair. It's a lot lighter. And I did a headband because the picture that I had a pretty little headband on her. So anyway, that's the little doll. I'm very happy to get her out in the mail, hopefully today. I tried my own thing with the hair, the wig. I sort of went by the initial start of the head, and then I just did like the back part, so hopefully it has more to sit on the head, but to grip on. And then this elastic I have left over from the COVID mask days, so hopefully that'll help keep the wig on for her. But anyway, she's so cute, and I hope she brings that little girl lots of joy, lots of comfort. The other thing I did was, one of her favorite things is bunnies. So I did this little jelly bean bunny. It's so cute. The pattern was by Darling Maple Designs. I'll link it below. I love the way her video, the pattern's available for purchase. It's free on her blog, and she also goes through it on her video. She has a really good way of explaining how to make sure the baubles line up, how to line up your eyes, how to sew on the ears. It was very interesting. I learned a lot from it. I know this pattern is a year or so old, but it was the first time I made it, and I loved it. So cute, little jelly bean. And the other thing I did was I made this pen in the blue and yellow, but I'm going to put a note on that for the mom. Goodness knows, a mom going through this with her child needs some brightness in her life. So I hope that she likes that. The next thing I have, let's check this off, are these socks. They are called Gravel Path DK Weight Socks by Twin Stitches Designs. I love it does look like a gravel path, and it feels like a gravel's texture. The path is down either side of the foot. They're shorties, so they're very quick to make. A little pattern to keep you interested. The yarn was Mary Maxim Elements, and the colorway was Desert. And I used a 3.25 millimeter needle. I do mine usually in magic loop. That's my favorite way. I can do double pointed, but I just prefer magic loop if I can. And then the final finished object is, I forgot to write it down. It is Wildflower Oasis Throw by Juan the Yarn Addict. It's huge. Well, it's not that huge, but huge to show on camera. Anyway, every section is different. It was his spring knit along, and I just finished it at the end of summer. It's very pretty, very nice stitches. Once again, I followed his tutorial online. It's beautiful. It measures about 36. Oh my goodness. 35. Probably about 65, 66 inches square. It's grown quite a bit. I used mostly Bernat Premium, and the colorway is Parchment, Lilac, Grape, and Light Gray. And then I did have one striped colorway. I can't remember what that was called, but I was just using up some stash. Very happy with it. Very nice. He did a really good job. And I shall link that below. Okay. I'm going to pause for a moment and put away my finished objects. Be right back. Before I forget, also my granddaughter made a bracelet for the little girl with her initial on it. And she made one for the doll. It's so cute. So it's really sweet because she's has a lot of empathy, and when I asked her if she'd like to do this again to make a bracelet, she was like, of course. So it's good. I want her to be involved in charity in some way. That's teaching her some good things. Anyway, okay, I'll be back. Okay, welcome back to the whip portion of the program. So really, I didn't get very much farther on my Beetlejuice bag. Well, I did finish most of the crocheting for it, actually. It's going to look like this. That's the fold down top, and then this will be the side panel, the gusset, I guess. So I did the trim, and I also did, this goes, I think, on the inside to like the pocket. It's supposed to be using slime. I have to sew that down. I did cut and measure the liner, so I'm using this Halloweeny fabric, which is the most suitable I had at the time. So that's cut and ready to sew, and then I'll have to sew it all together, and I'm debating what kind of a handle to do. They say a crocheted handle stretches a lot. Oh yeah, and these little tabs will cover up where the handle sews onto the bag. Once again, just slime. So they're done. I think I'm going to use these clips for the handle, and I'm wondering if I should just use some webbing, or if I should crochet it and then line it with webbing. If you have any experience with either, could you let me know in the comments below? I'd appreciate it before I do all that work and have it not work out. That seems to be the way this lately. I've spent more time redoing things than actually doing them, I think. So that whip is still on the go. And then the only cross stitching I did in the last couple weeks is in this. I did manage to get 100 stitches in. in this section. This is the 2023 countdown calendar collaboration between Modern Folk Embroidery, Evertote, and Roxy Floss. I love to join things, but I have a hard time keeping up. Not just because it's hard keeping up, but it's not the only thing I do. I want to join everything. I want to do everything. So, needless to say, I have a lot of started stitch-alongs, crochet-alongs, things like that. But anyway, it's fun. So those are really the only whips I've worked on that haven't become finished objects. So I guess the next thing we'll talk about is some haul. I do have some haul, so I'll come back for that. Okay, so the first thing I got was at Michael's. I got one of the Karen smash cakes. It is in the colorway Turquoise Punch. It's a 4-weight yarn, 5mm knitting needles, and 5.5mm crochet hook. Recommended. You can wash and dry. Machine washable and dryable. Love that. I think what I'm going to do with this, I got 2 balls. I think I'm going to do the pattern on the label. What's it called? I think it's a cowl. Where did I see it? Knitting Smashing Split Ribbed Cowl. I think I'll give that a shot. Okay, very pretty. I did get it hopefully to participate in a crochet along, knit along with Crochet ADHD, her 80s Mal. I think it's probably all done now, so I'll just do it anyway. That's one thing. I got one of these Flower Power, Red Heart Flower Power. I think I'm one of the few people that hasn't tried this yet. And what's the colorway? Is Peony Pop. It's got some yellow in there. I guess that's the flower, the yellow, the white, and then the pink. I do have another that I got at Mary Maxim a couple years ago that I think I got this to go with. I'm not sure. And then I got one of the new Granny Square Petite. And the colorway Groovin'. Cute. I like that. And this was exciting. I've never had any big twist yarn before because I don't tend to go to the States to shop, and it was only available at Joann's. Now it's available at Michael's and Mary Maxim. So I got my first big twist. It's just an acrylic yarn, 4-weight, very soft. This colorway is Candy Bowl. Isn't that cute? And then this colorway, I started it, I used it for the doll's dress. The colorway is Speckle Blues. Oh, it's very nice. And that was it at Michael's. I got some Halloween fabric at Dollar Tree. So cute. Look at these ghosts. They're so cute. I like cute Halloween, cute spooky. And this one's not bad too. It's spiders and bats, the spider webs. I don't mind that. And this is another spider web. So I got those. And one other thing. I know it's under here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I belong to the Fabric of the Month Club through Garon Stitchery. It's the Fox and Rabbit Fabric of the Month Club. And this month was oyster shell. I get the 16 count Aida. Let me see. I am an Aida stitcher right now. I don't know if I have the... I do have one piece of linen going, but you know, I'm scared to do it, so someday I'll grow up in my stitching. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's pretty true. It's kind of a mauvey pink. Not very, it's pretty solid in the color. Very nice. I tell you, Garon Stitchery is my favorite place to shop. They are so fast. It's just two people in their shop, Gary and Ronnie, and boy oh boy, they get things out the very next day, if not the same day. So efficient. Just, I can't say enough about them. I love to shop with them. And I believe that's all my haul this week. Oh no, I did buy one more thing, but that also comes into my plans. Valerie from Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet created a crochet printable, and she's selling it on her Etsy store, and I'll link that below. It's like a crochet challenge. There's 100 different challenges, so I thought I would do that. Maybe every time I record a video. If not, just whenever I'm finished the challenge, and we'll draw a new one. So there's 100 things, and each challenge crochet related. For example, this one is number 93, crochet a vintage item or pattern. Crochet something that has a zigzag. There's lots of different, so I thought I'll just mix them up, and every time I do a video we'll draw one, and we'll see if I can. Okay. Okay, I got crochet challenge number 94. Get a comfortable chair, something to drink, and your current crochet project, and crochet in your garden. Oh, I like that. We're having really warm weather again this week in southwestern Ontario. It's going to be in the 80s all week. So that's a very good, achievable goal. So I shall do that this week, and maybe I'll take a picture or a video and insert that next week. So thank you, Valerie. I love your idea. Just something to take you out of your comfort zone sometimes. Yeah, and I thought it would be fun to showcase on this channel, and please give Valerie a look and a shout. She's one of the people that I learned about the Feel Better Friends doll organization. She does it, as well as Terry from Your Enjoy podcast. I've watched both of those ladies for a while now, and they inspired me to get involved. Okay, so I think that's it for this week. Once again, thank you to everybody who watched, liked, commented, subscribed. I really appreciate it. And I really look forward to doing more of these videos. See you next time. Bye.